Welcome to the Nerd Nook. I'm Evan. He's Noah. We don't have time for that. The Avenger trailer dropped today. It is here. We have it. So let's go. So, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna play the trailer through once, just to let it, wash over us, just to experience it again, and then we'll do like a more or less in depth trailer breakdown, just to go further into this. Okay, let's do this.
This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends, we lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. I got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Okay. So, after watching this trailer, what were your initial reactions to that?
Oh my gosh, it was like okay. So honestly, it doesn't tell us a lot in the like. Obviously, we do see Ronan, which is huge. Like that's a big part of it. But other than that, we don't really get too much we didn't already know, which is fine. Like it's the
What I was
first
expecting,
trailer. I'm not
honestly, yeah.
expecting. Yeah, but it's still like good. It's like it's not. It's great. I'm excited because like one, we saw something, so that's great, and then also the score was really good.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get
It's a
the
good build up.
Avengers theme going, but for this
Yeah.
kind of movie, since the Avengers are half dead, it feels right to
Right.
not start with that.
Yeah, and I feel like this one time because like you said, like this really isn't the Avengers. Like it's half. It's
Yeah.
basically like like half your team's gone. Wrong with half the universe. So like, and they're just kind of like I feel like half this movie's like processing what happened, and the other half's like, okay, now what are we gonna do about it? And
Yeah.
kind of the trailer is just like the processing part. So a lot of emotion here, but like it's not. I feel like the next one's gonna be more like getting me more pumped for action.
Yeah. This one's just kind of showing you here's where everyone is right now, like here's the state of things. And then the next one will show more action, probably show how Captain Marvel gets involved, like. But as far as this trailer goes right now, let's
I'm busy.
Put your pants back on.
I'm busy. Leave me alone. Continue.
as far as this trailer goes, let's start just the let's just kind of go through this trailer at like point 0.5 speed and just kind of figure out exactly like where we think the pieces will go, where exactly like how exactly we got there, like what they're talking about and whatnot. So let's go back to screen
All
share
right.
and okay. Points 0.5. Okay. Okay. So obviously, um, so if I remember correctly, Nebula like essentially during the battle in Titan, Nebula crashed her ship like into Thanos, right?
Yeah, used it to like hit Thanos with the
Okay.
ship, pretty much.
Okay. So even though Nebula does have a way off the planet, her ship is probably badly damaged from that, and and like yeah, I could easily see a thing where like Nebula probably wouldn't be eating the same food, wouldn't necessarily need oxygen as Tony
Right.
would, so he didn't come prepared for this. He just got on the flying donut and just went to Titan. Like he didn't expect to be away for this long.
Right.
So yeah, he wasn't ready for
Alien.
this.
Yeah, just finds out he's on an alien planet, almost stranded in space, doesn't know where in space he is, because then
Hmm.
he kind of just, got on the ship that already had predetermined like destination.
Yeah.
And like obviously like they can probably figure out how to fly it because Nebula's been on the ship before, but
Hmm.
like they don't know. I guess I don't know if they don't know how to get back or like they don't have enough fuel. I'm not sure what the total situation is, but obviously
Probably
they're stranded.
yeah, probably is gonna like at least the Tony and Nebula stuff is gonna start with them already adrift in space, and it'll explain the fact that the ship is badly damaged. It was running low on fuel anyway, or something. Like
Hmm.
there's clearly a reason why they can't. Maybe Nebula is like not even on the ship anymore. Maybe she, you know, went with some space pirates or got off somewhere else. Like I could see her doing something like that.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. When in the movie do you think they'll show Tony first? Like, do you
I
think they'll
feel
like initially or like yeah?
either
Where do you
right,
think you go?
either right from the out of the gate or not till like 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
Because I think whatever they start, that's going to be where they're just kind of explaining the situation.
Mm,
So like if they start on Earth, it's just going to be the news and like the media freaking out, the Avengers just like what's going on, how do we
yep.
deal, like
Mm,
grieving, and then like later they'll come to Tony, but or they'll start out just in space
mm.
and just like okay, what do we do?
Where do we go from here? Like
Yeah, like
Thanos
where do you
won.
go from here?
How do we survive this?
How do we cope?
Okay. So Tony is sending a message, hoping Pepper will get it somehow. Do you think maybe his AI is sophisticated enough to like transfer messages through space? Is that a thing that might
I
happen?
mean, I don't know if there are bars in space, but I mean, if there are,
Mm.
he'll find them.
It's just because there's either a rumor or like it's been confirmed that Pepper will put on like the rescue armor. Um,
Mm,
so she could probably what's gonna happen is she is gonna somehow get this message, somehow pinpoint his location, and I guess fly there herself or get transported there somehow. Maybe she's
maybe I could.
hanging out with Wong or something, and he's able to pinpoint his location.
Maybe I could see something like that happening.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, seeing more
I
Pepper
like.
Potts in an Iron Man outfit, like she was in Iron Man 3, was or for at least a little
Mhm.
bit. I could I'm here for that.
I'd be down. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that like he turned off the Mac there. Um, I guess to conserve power, but like would I guess like the main thing I'm kind of like hung up on is how exactly will the message get to Earth? Because he's not just making this message just he at least has an idea in his head that this might get to Earth. I'm just wondering how exactly it'll get there, especially if he turned off his helmet. So
There must be some way, like the suit, maybe somehow with Friday or something, is like
Hmm.
connected back to the original source on Earth. So maybe somehow he's banking off that, but I'm not
Yeah.
totally sure how the specs on that would work from, across the galaxy.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. This is probably either going to be right away or only half an hour, 45 minutes in.
Hmm.
Now, just the the Marvel Studios logo
Like,
fading away. Like they, oh,
is
you
it,
monsters! Just
so it's making sure that you still have the wound there, and also like the score there, how it
oh,
intensifies right there. It just grabs you. It's
yeah.
so intense. Oh, it's so good right there. That's one of the best sequences in the whole thing.
And then you just like you kind of got like a small glimpse if you're really looking in Infinity War of Thanos's like scarecrow armor stuff, but like just seeing
Mhm.
it prominently here in the trailer just cements the fact Thanos won. He doesn't need this anymore. There's no one for him to fight. It's just there's his armor.
Yeah. And like I don't know, the first time I saw this, I don't know, maybe if I was like reading way too much into this from like all these English classes I've been taking for like the author's preface or
uh,
whatever. Like maybe it's like a almost like a savior complex that Thanos
mm,
has for himself, kind of like he saved the
yeah,
universe
yeah,
by
like the
what he's done.
crossbows. Yeah, I gotta see that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm,
So like yeah,
mm.
that's just something I thought about. I don't know if that's what they're going for or not, but just something in my head I thought about.
I mean, that would make sense because Thanos did kind of make it his mission to
Right.
save
Yeah, he
different
sees
planets
himself.
from extinction by
Right.
wiping out half the universe.
Right. Yeah, he sees himself as granting mercy and being a savior for them. So
Mm,
yeah.
yeah. Well, after the armor stand, I really like the fact that the only shot we get of Thanos is right here. Just him walking in a field with a destroyed glove, just his
Mhm.
bottom half. Like we don't really get to see what he's doing. We don't see like exactly how he's reacting to this. It's just him just walking. Like we don't see him fight anyone. It's just he's doing what he wanted to do. Just
Mhm. He's
in a
relaxing now.
field.
He's done.
Yeah. Like this might just be them trying to CG stuff out, but I don't see any of the Infinity Gems. Let me see if I can back up and the hand is kind of like facing away from us, so maybe they don't want to
Hmm.
show them. But if like because the gauntlet is like was fried at the end of Infinity War, does he
Yeah,
even still
at least
have
like
the
busted
stones?
up. Theoretically, he would, because like I mean, unless they just disappear, I don't see why not if he still has the gauntlet. But I don't know. He should though. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. I just love the fact that like the entire trailer, people are affected by Thanos. People are talking about what Thanos did, but like the only thing you see is just this is all you see of Thanos right here. Like just this little
Mhm.
short clip. No one fights
It's
him.
just
No one
chilling.
like interacts with him. It's just Thanos on his own doing what he sought out to do, and he won. Like just the Captain America crying. This was trending on Twitter. Like
Mhm.
Captain America trying
Mhm.
crying.
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is gonna become a meme. Like
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just like or something. It's
Hmm.
like oh man, it's like when your mom comes home and you haven't done all your chores yet, but it's too late to finish them in time or something.
Yeah,
And then
because
it's just like a single tear.
like Captain America, he was essentially grounded in this new life by Falcon, by
Hmm.
his old new friend in Bucky Barnes. Like both of them, and he doesn't know where Tony is. Like everything around him is basically crumbling. He doesn't know if anyone outside of Black Widow is even alive anymore. It's like it
Hmm.
just I could really feel what he's going through, especially when he shows that picture of Peggy Carter.
Hmm.
Like my old past got destroyed. My new life is
Right.
ruined too. Like when he said, "I don't know what I would do if it doesn't work, which we'll get to that in a minute, but like, yeah, like, what's even the point in being alive? Everyone you know and love is just gone.
Oh yeah, I mean, but he's going through a lot right now.
Hmm.
But I mean, he's not the only one.
Yeah, and then them just talking about the fact that Thanos did it. He won. Like,
You know, and like that's it.
he wiped out the universe.
I
So
just noticed that the other person in that screen is I believe that's Shuri. If I
yeah,
can
it's
tell
Shuri.
from here, it looks like her. Yeah, I didn't realize that the first couple times.
Hmm.
I only saw Ant-Man. I didn't even realize. But yeah, I guess they're that's probably a list of like other like Avengers and or helpful people that are still not been snapped out.
I was
I guess.
Well, I was thinking this is characters who are either snapped or missing because in another frame here it shows Peter Parker. He went missing. They don't know where he is.
Um,
Like they don't know he's on Titan, turned to dust. Like Sherry maybe got turned
right.
to dust. Maybe she's just missing somewhere else, or maybe she's off being a vigilante, just saving people or whatever. Like in some kind of disguise. They don't know where Scott Lang is because he's in the quantum realm.
Right.
So
Gosh, there's so much going on right
yeah, and
now.
it's weird. And it's pretty interesting that the the movie has Bruce Banner reacting to this right here because he doesn't know who either Scott Lang or Peter Parker are. He's never met either of them.
Right.
But just the fact that like and he only knew Shuri for a few minutes, really.
Yeah, and
Like
because like
yeah, go.
no, it's like in Infinity War, he's like, wait, there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man? Like, he's so confused
Yeah,
by these new characters, and he's like, well, these were some of our best hopes, and now they're who knows what.
like I didn't
So
know who they were, but still, like it's still just
like,
depressing that like
all
they're
these
not here
people,
anymore. But
right?
potentially, I'm mostly interested in what happened to Shuri because her actress like semi confirmed that she didn't get snapped up, but
Right.
I that could just be the actress just saying stuff. That could just be Disney retconning stuff. I don't know, but
I mean, we're not sure. I mean, that's the whole thing. We just don't know what's up.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like she
And
might just be the new Black Panther. We don't know.
but at the same time, it kind of feels like Infinity War's mission was to destroy any chances with in Avengers 4 of another person taking up the mantle of a current superhero. Like both Bucky and Sam got snapped. I guess War Machine is still alive. I don't think he ever actually took up the mantle of Iron Man. Shuri at one point was Black Panther, but like maybe she's also gone, so Black Panther is just done now.
Mm.
Actually, I think I haven't seen Black Panther in a while. Did all of the purple, flowers that give the Black Panther the power? Did all of those get destroyed, or do they still have at least one left?
No, the one that they had one more that Kita took before Killmonger burned them all, and then they used that to resurrect T'Challa from like
Okay.
his coma or whatever. So yeah, they're all gone
Okay. Yeah.
as far as we know.
Hmm. Yeah. Black Panther. If Shuri actually is snapped up, Black Panther is gone. There's no of any more of those. Yeah, they don't know where Spider Man is in space. Got Lang like said he's in the quantum realm. Just I think we'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, it's like I feel, and also the fact that Bruce Banner is here, just feeling hopeless and worthless because, like, he, I kind of get the feeling that Bruce feels like he's only useful when it comes to being the Hulk.
Exactly.
And in a situation like this, where even being the Hulk didn't really do much against Thanos, he can't even become the Hulk at this point. Um, it just kind of feels like there's nothing he can do. There's other heroes that are snapped up or gone. They can't do anything. He just feels. I can feel for that.
Yeah, he's definitely going through some stuff. Like, I mean, everyone is, but everyone's like, "Ugh, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So empty in there.
What is
Yeah.
what is Thor
Thor.
doing here? That looks like the jail cell in Civil War, right?
It kind of does a little bit, yeah. I don't think he's like locked up or anything. I think he's just using that place to think. But like he has the look of not even like he has the look of regret on his face from what I could tell. He's like he's
Mhm.
really thinking like I should have ended this when I had the chance, and like
Yeah, he
the
probably.
whole
I could see him blaming himself for what happened
exactly
because like he had all this power to. He almost actually killed Thanos. He just he took too long to revel in the to gloat and revel in what he did. It was too late for him to actually end up actually killing Thanos, and he could have stopped the snap, but like he. And I could also see a thing if this actually is that prison cell. I could see a thing where like Thor like got so mad and upset about what he did, like maybe he tried to kill himself, or maybe he went into like a blind rage and they had to like incapacitate him and you know take away his magical items and stuff. Like I there
possibly yeah.
yeah, I can see many possibilities as to why he's if this is that containment center, why he's there.
Hmm.
Or it could just not be at all, and I'm just wrong. But
I mean, I you could be right. I mean, we don't know, dude. Like, you could be right.
just want to yeah, that's definitely a more mournful face and not a look of
Hmm.
that's not anger, that is regret, that is sadness right
Yeah.
in his
Oh,
eyes.
yeah.
So we know Nebula is still definitely on the ship.
Right.
I have a feeling her and Tony won't exactly get along super well.
Yeah. I feel like there'll be a little like togetherness just because of what's happened. Like,
Hmm.
you can't, how mad can you be when like the world's falling apart? You
Yeah.
can make friends with whoever. But also, I feel like she's feeling not like she's feeling bad for what happened, but she's also feeling more bad for Tony in this situation because
Mm.
like you said earlier, like she's a like she's more robot than anything else at this point. So like
Yeah.
she's doesn't really need oxygen or food nearly as much as Tony does. So I think she
Mm.
might be okay, kind of just waiting it out. So she kind of feels that for Tony. I mean, she's also probably like at loss for the rest of the world, but I don't know because she hasn't seen. Because I mean, Gamora, the only other person really she had that much attachment to was Gamora, who was already taken out at this point. So like, I
Yeah.
feel like she's kind of just like I don't even know. She's
Mm.
probably just mourning what's happened, but just like processing also, for lack of a
Yeah.
better term.
Yeah. I get it. But
Error 404 not found.
I do I do still think there's a pretty high chance of her like just straight up leaving Tony for some other way she thinks might be able to help, or just some way to get out of the way of Thanos. Just
Yeah, that would be a Nebula move right there.
mm, there's Ronan
Mm,
now, with
this
the
guy.
sword. Like, okay, so a couple of questions. A, why is he in
Looks
China, Japan?
China. Probably could be looks Chinese. Like honestly, I don't know. Like I hate to be that guy, but I can't tell Chinese from Japanese in terms of
I'm right there with you.
like
I
symbols and everything. I
if I
think it's Chinese based on the balloon thing
yeah,
over there, but I'm not really sure.
yeah, I'm gonna go Chinese too. But like, why is he here? Why he just murder that guy? Like, um, why? Like, what exactly drove Clint to become Ronin?
Mm,
More than likely, all of Hawkeye's family also got snapped up because, like I said before,
yeah,
Thanos doesn't understand the what the half means.
yeah. That's what I feel like happened. And, like he's just like maybe if I had have been there instead of like retiring, I could have done something, even though I don't feel like he would have.
Mm,
But he
yeah,
doesn't know that, or he doesn't know. He just that's the only way he can respond to it. So
mm,
he's just going.
yeah. And one thing people just kind of don't understand, like just how much of a boss Hawkeye is outside of just shooting arrows, because like he's also more or less a super soldier. Like he doesn't have like the same kind of serum that Captain America does, but he still has some enhancements to him that make him, more agile, a little stronger, or just a little
Hmm.
faster in general. So him with a sword could be very deadly, and clearly he murdered that guy
Indeed.
for whatever reason. Maybe he thinks that guy like knows something. Maybe Hawkeye doesn't exactly know like how his family died. He just wants answers,
Right.
and he thinks that guy might know something, and he didn't because he murdered him.
Right. Or maybe he didn't. He just felt like murdering him anyway. Who knows?
just out of spite or
No.
just anger. Yeah,
Maybe. And also like the when he takes the hood off and like
yeah,
his hair too. Like that's the
yeah.
thing. Like he's something happened to this
Hmm.
dude.
Yeah,
He's
like
been through some stuff.
it was probably the smartest idea to send Black Widow there because if he
Oh yeah.
is just kind of more so on like a revenge mission that like the completely fueled by rage, which if my family just disappear into dust right in front of me, I would be pretty ticked off too, honestly. So
Right.
yeah, sending Black Widow, who they have history together, that she's probably the only one that could calm him down and just. Uh, and honestly, I feel that showing off Ronin was like essentially the point of this trailer, just to confirm,
Yeah.
yes, Hawkeye is in it. He is Ronin now. Like all those theories and whatnot can be put to rest. He is in this movie.
It's happening.
The only thing that's important is that Thanos won, Ronin's here. Like we can go from there.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna.
The fight of our lives.
Hang on.
Mm.
Family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
What does she mean by this is gonna work? What exactly is gonna work?
I, that's just it. I mean that again. That's the same stuff that we've been speculating about the whole time. How they're gonna fix it. So I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's still. But yet nothing's really changed in that regard. They're just adding fuel to the fire. But I mean, for all we know, it maybe go back in time or something like something. Who knows?
feel I feel this probably takes place after they meet up with Scott Lang. Um, because later in the trailer when they when Captain America is crying, when they're just sitting in the Avengers HQ, just feeling hopeless. Here, Captain America is back in his stealth armor from Winter Soldier. Like he at
Mm.
least has a
Love,
plan.
love that suit.
Ugh. Yeah, that's probably my second favorite Captain America suit outside of his one from Age of Ultron. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah. Fair.
But like, is it yeah like is it time travel? Is it them teaming up with Captain Marvel? Is this like how late in the movie is this? If I had to guess, I would probably put this part at like beginning of act either end of act 2 or like beginning of act 3 where like
Mhm.
they have a plan and they're gonna try to do it. I guess.
Yeah, I think more Act Two ish. Yeah, probably because like a lot's probably been invested at this point,
Yeah.
so they're like trying. It's like last resort. It's really what else can you really do?
Hmm. Also, if what the Russo brothers said is true, this could easily be a 3-hour movie. So this could only be in the
Yeah,
in like hour and a half mark, and it would still only be halfway through the movie. So there could easily be
this is
like
gonna
two,
be.
maybe even three big clashes with Thanos or like whatever. Just I don't even know exactly like how they're gonna fight him. Like is just like how exactly
Or
how
are
involved
they?
will time travel be? How interdimensional like travel? How much space travel? Like what exactly? It's I
That's
need to
so
know.
many. When you get answers, but they only lead to more questions.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, just him looking at that picture of Peggy. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, like I don't know what I would do if it doesn't work. Like, yeah, I feel like a cap.
I mean, he's
Also,
at
he
the end
shaved
of
his
his rope at this point.
he he
Hmm?
he got beat so bad he shaved his beard. He was so sad he shaved his beard.
I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I mean, it's probably been some time. I'm not sure how much
Yeah,
time, but
probably about a
he looks
year,
there.
maybe.
I don't even think it's been that long. I don't think so. Probably not that long.
Hmm.
Maybe like a month or two. I'm not sure. Cause like
Yeah.
I don't think it's been a year. Cause if it's been a year, like at that point, oof, I
Hmm.
don't know. But
Yeah. Like I could see like the first 20-ish minutes of this movie essentially just kind of being what Avengers are left, just kind of going around the planet, just kind of helping out where they can with the pandemonium that's going on, just you know, lifting people out of cars, like you know, for, maybe Thor potentially going around like uh stopping airplanes that are falling because the pilot died, like
yeah.
and and yeah, I just I honestly I could also see this kind of be like beginning of Act Two, where like Scott Lang brought them the idea of quantum realm stuff, and he's like, okay, we can potentially use that to time travel. We could do that to hop dimensions. We could do that to travel in space. Like, if this doesn't work, might be the riskiest thing we've ever done. But at this point, we need to do something risky. We need to try something. If it doesn't work, then we're screwed. So let's just
Right.
try.
I mean, you're screwed anyway. Like, what more do you have to lose? So,
True. And luckily, I was not spoiled by the title of this trailer.
okay.
I was able to first see it here. Like I was pretty confident going in it would be called Avengers Endgame, but like still just seeing it just blind is still pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I wanted to be sure because I was like, please don't like see it before because when I sent it, I was like, oh gosh, no.
Mm.
But
I
but no, yeah,
I
say,
love the colors. Just yeah,
mm,
it has like the same kind of color scheme that the first Avengers logo had, but like the A is cracked. It's like I don't know what exactly these like white lines are for, but like just it looks so good.
it's like I don't know. I like the name too. Like, I mean, I think
Mhm.
Endgame is a good name for it.
Yeah,
It's just like this. I mean, basically, it sums up. This is it. Like, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like Doctor Strange said,
Wait.
we're in the end game now. Like yeah, apparently Doctor Strange went so far in the future he actually saw the name of the next movie.
Hmm. I mean, he probably did.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Do you think all this is part of Doctor Strange's plan still? Like, do you think
Yeah,
that's
like
still?
one person online explained it in a way like the end game if we're referring to like chess, the end game is towards the end of the match. You already know you're going to win, but at this point all you need to do is just get in a position where you can take out their king. And
Mhm.
generally in order to get there, they sacrifice some bigger pieces. Maybe they even sacrifice a knight, maybe even their queen if they need to, but like
Mhm.
they know they can win. They just need to get to they just need to get in that
Oh.
position. That is their end game. So Doctor Strange is like, well, I know we can win this if everything goes according to what I saw in that one future. It will take some sacrifices to get there. We'll have to lose for now, but like in the end, we will win. Just trust me.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah, and yeah, I could definitely see Doctor Strange talking in like philosophical chess terms like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kind of something he
especially
would do.
yeah, especially with Tony too, because he knows he's on that level of intelligence.
Yeah,
Oh
and Scott Lang showing up out of nowhere, like Like he was again, he was trapped in quantum space. Like there's no reason he should be
Right.
here.
How did he get back? So
Yeah.
many questions. How did he get back? What did he go? Okay. They're kind of just like, what?
I like how Captain America's first response was like, was this an old video? Like, is this actually happening right now? Like, is Scott still alive?" Like, no, that's the front door. It's like, okay.
Like,
For
all
all
right,
the
so
heroes to
he's
come back, I
actually
wasn't
here. All right.
expecting him, but still, it's cool he's here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all the help is
Yeah.
I'm fine with, but
And then my favorite part of the trailer, right here, just April.
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 Mm.
I was really hoping it would happen, and it did. So, thank you. Like, is essentially, it's like one day removed from a year later from when they moved up Infinity War. So I think it's April 26th, which is fine by me.
So I guess it will be a year after Infinity War, like the events of that, I guess. But man, what do you think's going on in this world after a year? Like, I
I
feel
don't
like after a
know.
year, people would just like they'd like
Like,
accept it at that point.
I guess, yeah. Like, I mean, probably after a year, Captain America is just like, I could easily see him crying on the 1 year anniversary of all this happening, like him thinking back, like
Mm.
Tony still isn't back. All my other Avenger friends are dead. Like, what's even the point of being here anymore? And just and uh, and I could easily see that Scott Lang finally coming back and be like into Act One, whereas like we're so
Mm.
hopeless. We've done all we can to just kind of quell the
That's
pandemonium,
like,
but like
hey.
there's nothing we can do at this point. And then Scott Lang just shows up out of nowhere. It's like, oh, and that's gonna. I have a feeling that's gonna be the first instance we see Scott Lang. He'll explain how we got out after that, but like up to that point,
Mhm.
we didn't see any Ant-Man stuff.
Mm. Yeah, and maybe like by explaining how he got out, they'll be like, wait, could we use that on like a larger scale? And it's like
Exactly.
theoretically, like, and you think this will work? And then
Yeah. Go from there.
and
Time
then
travel.
movie.
Like, it is kind of interesting that they didn't show Captain Marvel in that trailer at all, considering she, she was the after credit scene of Infinity War. She just had a recent trailer.
Mhm.
Like, maybe she also got snapped. I don't. Would that make sense?
I don't know, maybe.
It would be a huge troll to like have the Captain Marvel pager be the after credit scene, and then in the after credit scene of Captain Marvel, he gets the page and then just gets turned to dust. That would just be a huge troll.
Oh my gosh. But if they get him back and they still need to beat up Thanos, then all of a sudden Captain Marvel comes out, it's like, we might win. He's like, ooh, we might win this. Then blast it across.
But yeah, like, needless to say that I was like going into it, I was kind of expecting a trailer that was to get you hyped for this movie, but like after watching, I kind of realized that's not what this trailer was supposed to do. This trailer was supposed to show the dread these characters are feeling, the hopelessness that like Tony is just adrift in space, like he doesn't know what to do. He's about to die through a lack of oxygen and food. Uh, all of Captain America's friends are dead outside of Black Widow. It's like Thor feels hopeless, Hulk feels hopeless. Like everything is just, yeah. I feel this trailer did exactly what it should have done, and anyone who like went into it expecting a bunch of big action sequences to spoil the most for this trailer, like to spoil most of the movie. That's not really what it was supposed to do, and I think it did all it needed to. So yeah, good trailer in my opinion.
Good job, Marvel. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was good. It did. I think I was expecting more, and that's why my first reaction was a little like, "Oh, I wanted more." But like, it's still a really good trailer. Like, it did what it needed to do. It told you where everybody's at, and
Mm,
it also, I mean, Ronan was a big part of it too, even though it was only for a few seconds. But that's like,
just the
oh,
fact that
nice.
he's
All right,
here,
right. He
because
exists now. This character is
they
happening.
were hyping up Hawkeye to be in Infinity War, and he just kind of didn't show
Wasn't.
up.
Yeah. That's probably why he'll be doing. He's like, I could have been there. I could have done something. And then they're
Mm,
like, dude, he had an Infinity Gauntlet, bro.
exactly.
Like, you were not
Yeah.
missed.
Like he did
But
the right thing to be with his family, to not not be arrested. Um, like house arrest is better than not being with his family at all.
right,
But he did that only to not be with his family at all anymore. Now that they're all turned to dust, so it's just I could see him feel at least partially responsible for that. Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
Um, Not really. I mean, solid trailer. Moved up
Mhm.
to April, which is always a
Yeah.
win. And yeah, I mean, I'm hyped for the next trailer. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
minute before we get it, but the second trailer is usually the like, all right, this
Yeah.
is it trailer.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
game
Oh,
on. I'm ready
one
for
last
that one.
thing. I know we pointed out the fact that Captain America does have his stealth suit from Winter Soldier. Why do you think they picked that suit and not, like a brand new suit or one of his more iconic suits from the Avengers
Hmm.
movies?
Hmm. Oh, good thought.
Do you think that's just one he had lying around, or has he picked that one for sentimental value or whatever?
Maybe not even because like the thing because like at the end of Winter Soldier when he stops wearing it and wears the one from the museum or whatever like the suit wasn't destroyed. I think he just out of like not even disrespect, but just out of like
Hmm.
being done with Shield and everything, he just gets a
Yeah.
new one. So maybe now he like comes back with Shield for like stabilization or like
Yeah.
I don't know. Because like the world needs something right now. Because I mean half of it's gone, so the other half's freaking out.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to more answers, just more trailers in general.
Mm.
I don't I
Just
don't
send the
want I
movie.
don't want
Do
these
it.
trailers to show too much because I don't want the entire movie spoiled because that would kind of defeat the purpose of seeing the oh kind of defeat the purpose of seeing the movie if the trailer already shows you, hey, they're gonna win. Like they're going to, but you want to know exactly how. Like keeping a lot of it shrouded in mystery, I
Yeah.
think, could honestly
Hmm.
be better in this movie's case.
Right, and that's the thing with storytelling. Like, I mean, the good guys almost always win in the end.
Mm,
And considering this movie is titled Endgame, the good guys are gonna win.
yeah.
But how they're gonna win and what it might cost to win,
Hmm.
that's the big part.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
Maybe,
see in
maybe.
the months to come. Yeah, tell us what you thought of the trailer down below, and we'll see you all later.